Good day, Miss Chan. We are from Group 16. I'm Jerry, and my group members are Hui Mei, Jai, Chuanhui, and Norman. We are going to talk about the whole life insurance policy by Zurich, the Zurich Sure Cover. I'll first begin with the introduction. Zurich Sure Cover is a non-participating whole life plan in which it has guaranteed claims benefits and cash values. This plan offers protection up to age 100 and provide coverage for the life assured from age 35 to 80. Meaning the minimum entry age is 35 and the maximum is 80. The premium for this plan is from as low as 75 ringgit per month, which equals to 900 ringgit per year. Besides, as a reward, the life assured will receive a guaranteed maturity benefit in the form of a lump sum payment of 188% of the total premiums paid at the end of policy year after the 100th birthday. Apart from that, the application for this plan is easy and hassle-free, as it has the guaranteed acceptance feature where they will never reject any application regardless of the person's health condition. It requires no medical checkups and does not ask any health questions. Then, here's the sum assured schedule. For your information, sum assured is the guaranteed amount to be received by policyholders. It depends on the entry age, gender, and number of insurance coverage units purchased. From the table, we can see that as the life assured gets older, the sum assured decreases. Also, clearly that female have higher sum assured compared to male. Generally, male have to pay higher premiums than female. In fact, women on average live longer than men, so because they are usually paying premiums for a longer period of time, they enjoy slightly lower rates. Next, the death benefit. Zurich Sure Cover Whole Life Plan provides a guaranteed death benefit. If the life assured dies, the named beneficiary in the contract will receive the death benefit. For non-accidental deaths, the benefit payable is either the basic sum assured or a percentage of the total premiums paid, whichever is higher, while for the accidental deaths, the benefit payable is higher. The beneficiary gets either a percentage of the basic sum assured or a percentage of the total premiums paid, whichever is higher. For this assignment, our task as the pricing department is to find the annual gross premium for Zurich Sure Cover for us to come up with a proposal required by the management. There are several assumptions and formulas used to calculate the annual gross premium, which will be discussed by my next group member. Right, let's move on to the next part.
My name is Xiao Hui Mei. Now I will be discussing assumptions and formulas. There are several assumptions we have met in order to calculate annual gross premium. Firstly, our basic sum assured is fixed at this amount for all gender and entry age. Besides, interest rate used in discounting is also fixed at annual effective rate of 6%. Our entry age for this whole life product is age 35 till 80. There is no surrender for Zurich Sure Cover, and the mortality rate that we used is follow the table given in the Excel workbooks. Expenses is equal to 15% of gross premium for the first year and 10% of gross premium for the renewal year, which is payable at the beginning of each year. We also assume that death benefits is equal to basic sum assured. Lastly, equivalent principle is used in the calculations of annual gross premium. According to equivalent principle, the expected loss of an insurance policy to the insurance company should be equal to 0. As you can see from the slide, EL equal to EPVFB plus EPVFE minus of EPVFP equal to 0. By rearranging the formula, we were able to calculate for annual gross premium. In gross premium calculations, we should take expenses and profits into account so that our premium is enough to cover benefits as well as expenses. As Zurich Sure Cover is a fully discrete insurance policy, we use discrete whole life insurance formula to calculate for EPVFB and whole life annuity Duke formula to calculate for EPVFP. The formula for discrete whole life insurance is shown as this. If policyholder dies at this point, the benefits of one will be paid at the end of year of death. We will discount the benefit back to time zero to get the present value of benefits. This is the probability that policyholder dies between time k and k plus 1. We will sum out the multiplications of these two values from k equal to 0 until infinity to get the value of AX. Since our death benefits is not equal to 1, we will multiply our death benefits with AX to obtain the value of EPVFB. Next, as our gross premium is payable at the beginning of each year as long as the policyholder survives, we use whole life annuity yield formula in our calculations of EPVFP. As shown in the timeline, the premium of one will be paid by the policyholder at the beginning of each year until time k if policyholder dies at this point. We will discount this series of payments back to time zeros to get the present value. In order to calculate for actual present value of whole life annuity due, we will sum out the multiplications of the present value of payments k plus 1 with the probability that policyholder die between time k and k plus 1 from k equal to 0 until infinity. Lastly, this whole life annuity yield formula will also be used in the calculations of actual present value of expenses, as policyholders are required to pay expenses as long as they.
My name is Yap Jai, and now I will be discussing about the results we had obtained using the Excel. So this is the annual gross premium calculated using Excel under the equivalence principle assumption, where we assume expected future loss equals to 0. And please take note that the annual premium for Zurich Share Cover, which is the product, is equals to RM900 for all entry ages. As you can see, for male at the entry age of 56, the annual gross premium calculated has exceeded the product premium, which is 900, at RM 917.65 cents. As for female, at a later entry age of 63, the annual gross premium calculated is 944.1 cent, which also exceeded the product premium. This means that the company will earn profit when the customer enters the insurance policy at age 35 to 55 for male, and for female will be 35 until 62. This is because the annual gross premium at both of these intervals are smaller than the annual premium of the product, which is 900, which indicates a profit. Let's look into this with a clearer picture. This is the expected loss for the insurer of different entry ages, assuming the annual gross premium is same as the Zurich Share Cover, which is RM900. As you can see, for male, when the entry age moves from 55 to 56, the expected loss turns into positive. And as for female, when the entry age moves from 62 to 63, the expected loss also turns into positive. So for Zurich Share Cover to sell the insurance at the same price for all entry ages, the insurer will earn profit at this interval with this highlighted blue figure here, as negative expected loss indicates a profit, which is when the product is sold to individuals at the entry age between 35 to 55 for male, and again for female will be the entry age of 35 to 62. In the opposite, the insurer will face losses at this interval with this red highlighted figure here, which is when the product is sold to individuals aged 56 above for male and 62 for female. 63 for female, sorry. So in short, Zurich Share Cover needs to make sure the profit generated at this blue interval
this blue highlighted region is able to offset the loss in this red region in order to achieve a positive net profit value.
I'm Yap Kon Hui, and now I will be discuss the discussion. As you can see, here are two graphs. One represents the expected loss when annual gross premium equal to 900, and the other one represents annual gross premium when expected loss equal to 0. They are both axes represent the entry edge. The graph plot the expected loss and annual gross premium from 35 until 80. The blue line represents the premium of male and the red line represents the premium of female. As you can see, the premium will increase from age 35 until 80, which means that the premium will be higher as the entry age increase. This is because there are some factors related to the entry age. They will affect the premium. The factor is the timing of buying insurance. When a young person buys an insurance product, he or she usually pay a competitive low insurance premium. This is due to the fact that a young person, healthy, is usually in good condition, so their mortality rate is lower. In the opposite, an elderly must pay more insurance premium when he or she buy an insurance product. This is because they have higher exposure to disease such as disability and high cholesterol level and so on, causing their mortality rate to be higher. Now I'm going to talk about the difference between the annual gross premium for male and female. As you can see from the graph, the blue line is higher than red line, which was saying that male have to pay more premium compared with female. This is because male have higher mortality rate than female. But in reality, this is also true because the male more likely to engage high-risk work and lifestyle, so they have higher annual gross premium. From the result, we know that the amount of annual gross premium depends on entry age and gender of policyholder. It is believed that Juicy target market will focus on younger parties who are aged from 35 until 63, and they will be more favorable from the female because the premium of female is lower than male. Right.
My name is Norman, and I will be presenting our conclusion. We have concluded two limitations and their respective ways to improve. Firstly, the insurance that we have chosen lacks a medical report requirement upon registering for it. This can increase the cost of the company as the company will be unaware of the condition and a past medical report for the customer. To improve on this, the company should implement a policy whereby policyholders are compulsory to give in their medical report upon registering. And to ensure the authenticity of the report, it should be done in a trusted hospital or clinic chosen by the company. Next, for the other limitation, we will bring back the expected loss table. The age limit is only from 35 to 80. Therefore, customers aged 35 and below and aged 80 and above are not eligible to purchase it. This will cause a decrease in potential customers for the company. To overcome this, the company should reduce the age limit to 25. The lower the age, the lower the expected loss, thus having a higher expected profit for the company, given the annual gross premium is fixed at 900. As a conclusion, the company should not fix the annual gross premium at 900. This is because it will not be a fair price for the younger age groups. The minimum price for each year should be as the following for male and for female, when the expected loss is 0. For example, the company wants to earn a 10% premium. For age 35, they should charge RM 263.91 times 1.1 will equal to RM 290.3. Therefore, the company will earn RM 26.39. for every male customer aged 35 purchasing this product.